Jonathan Bullock's on the line. Hello.
Hello. I'd like to ask Mr. Clough why Larry Lloyd was not chosen for the England B squad, while at the present moment he's playing better than Dave Needham.
Well, that's your opinion, young man, and that's why you're here, to give your opinion. I don't know why it wasn't selected for the England B. I suggest you direct your question at Ron Greenwood. He's in charge.
Yeah, do you share the view that Peter Taylor says that Larry Lloyd should be in England A team?
I'm not sure whether Peter said that, but having, you know, if you say he said it, then fine. What I do know about Larry Lloyd is, since he's been injured and he came back, he's played better for our club than he's played since he arrived. Yeah. And also, his level of performance, I would say, is better than it's been in the last 5 or 6 years of his career.
Yeah.
We're delighted with Larry Lloyd at the moment. He's served his 3-match suspension. He will be playing this afternoon. So if you're a fan of his, get down and have a look at him.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you.
Okay.
You are coming to the match, are you?
Yeah.
Good, that's what I'd like to hear. Have you got a ticket, or are you going to go up on spec?
Yeah, I'm going to go spectator.
Right, well, you better get down there very soon, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Brian, you might be interested to know we've had phone calls from Radio Sheffield, because they've had a lot of inquiries about the match today. So people in Sheffield are following it very closely as well.
Oh, that's good.
And also a message from visitors in Nottingham from Holland. They say there's a lot of support for Nottingham Forest in Holland now. What about
There
that?
is. Well, I was across in Holland 2 weeks ago watching a couple of strikers, and I was absolutely staggered, because obviously they're all English-speaking people in Holland. You know, they speak the language better than you and I.
That's right.
And they're beautiful people, and they were absolutely obsessed with Nottingham Forest. The television people are pushing out films of our matches to every country, you know, in the whole wide world. And it just rather saddens me when I feel that, you know, we get a few £100 and it's going out to 400 countries or 40 countries or whatever it is. But nevertheless, we are sending a message out that football can be played in a nice way. Little clubs, and we are a little club, can achieve a level of success. And I'm glad people from Holland are coming over. And I'm glad people of Sheffield are coming into the match this afternoon, because I'm a Yorkshireman.
Of course you are, yes. Mr. Stevenson's on the line. Mr. Stevenson, what's your question?
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Mr. Stevenson. How are you?
Not too bad this morning.
Good. It's not too bad for a November's day, is it?
No, I'm coming to see you this afternoon.
Thank you.
If your proposed ground improvements will allow more car parking in front of the main stand, would it be possible to allocate perhaps half a dozen spaces for registered disabled people who could then buy a ticket, a season ticket?
Yes, well, the car park is not being extended in front of the main stand at all. We're not touching the main stand. It's a, you know, relatively new stand, and it's not being touched.
Yeah.
It's always a problem catering for disabled people, and nobody's more interested in it than I.
No, I know that.
I've taken steps all season to make sure we have had several places, if not 20 places on occasions, for disabled people to come along to watch our football. Now, obviously, like everything else, you can only cater for a few.
Yes.
And we do our very, very best.
You see, it's a long way.
Can I just make one more point? No club makes a better effort to get disabled people into the ground than I do here.
No, I appreciate that.
Thanks very much.
Only, it's a long way from the canal car park and from the cricket ground. I've got osteoarthritis and bronchial asthma, and I can get out of my car and walk a small distance, but I can't walk a long way, you see.
Good, well, you keep getting out of your car and walking that small distance, because that is the best thing you can do ever.
I'm hoping to have new hips in 12 months' time.
Yes.
But I've always been a Forest supporter. Well, I've been a Forest supporter 57 years.
Good, thank you.
My son's got 2 stand tickets, and he's been and got me 2 this morning.
Good.
So,
well, I hope you enjoy the match. The operations you hope to have in 12 months' time, good luck to you. And please come and support us for another 57 years.
Well, I will if I can get about. And it's these darn young hooligans that frighten me.
Yeah, well, we'll try and sort that out as well, and you get yourself about.
Okay.
Mr. Stevenson, thank you very much for phoning in.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I've got a Mr. Sheffield on the phone.
John, is he?
I'm still here.
Yes, John, sorry.
I'm still with you, don't worry.
I was talking to Phil.
I've got a Mr. Sheffield on the phone here. He's concerned about Bob Davis. Mr. Sheffield, what's your concern?
Well, for me, I'm delighted to congratulate Brian and everyone, you see, because 60 years ago, I was a ball boy at Forest. I'm a growing boy now, 71, you see. Used to fetch the washing with Stan Whiteman, who's still there, Stan.
A bit before my time.
Yes, that's right, Brian.
How about Bob? How is he?
Well, you know, he's had operation.
Yes, we do know.
And for me, you know, what I thought that, you know, everyone should try and remember Bob.
Well, we've remembered it to such an extent that we've offered him facilities for a testimonial now over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
And it was only on, let's see, Tuesday of last week, I personally authorised a donation to him from our club.
That's marvellous.
It's a pleasure.
You see, as I say, well, I remember Bob, you see, because I was involved in local football.
Yes.
And Bob always said there could be no big clubs without the little clubs. And if you have any serious injuries, bring them along. And which we did do occasionally, as
yes.
you know.
Oh, he gave a magnificent service to Nottingham Forest, Bob did. And, you know, I hope he gets over his recent troubles.
I do, because also he was connected with the cricket club as well.
Yes, I know, and did them proud.
Yes.
There's nobody played more testimonials than Nottingham Forest Football Club this season. We've already played 4.
A marvellous job.
Thank you very much indeed.
And look forward to having success in the future.
Oh, keep your fingers crossed for us. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Sheffield.
Again, he's just so skilled, isn't he, that he deals with kind of with people in a. He relates to people, doesn't he? This is back to this interview. Have you kind of thought of Brian Clough in any different way at all?
Oh, definitely. I mean, definitely. I'd forgotten. Let's put it that way. It reminds me of the really human side, you know, the humankind side outside of football, because that's what he's showing, isn't it? He's going to show the game in the moment. Well, no, he's going to show how he deals with people in the next edition of the programme.
Yeah, well, but that's a skill in itself, isn't it? Because that's kind of almost conflict resolution, as it were.
Yes,
but and that's what I love about the interview, the interview, but these sections of interviews is that I feel that when you listen to Brian Clough on the TV or radio, you only hear kind of sound bites. And actually, to listen to him for half an hour nearly, and actually taking questions for half an hour, you do feel like you get to know him a bit better.
Definitely.
There's a definite compassion there, isn't there? That human side, and I believe him as well. He's authentic, and I believe what he says.
Yeah. It's not like some of the modern politicians nowadays.
Well, yeah, wouldn't it be nice? God, yeah. Anyway, so episode 4 coming up in a second, and if you've got any memories of the testimonial, please put it in the comments below, and we'll see you in episode 4.
Definitely.